372. Wow.
And see, the thing with the deadlift, unlike the bench and the squat, when you're wearing equipment, you get a lot of help. You cock the bench
From the
shirt,
squat,
you
yes.
cock the squat suit. But in the deadlift,
You don't get much help.
Yeah, the deadlift.
Hell, you really don't. I mean, the guys that do conventional, some of them say they only get 30, 40 pounds out of their suit. So you'll see raw deadlifts will be almost as good as equipped deadlifts.
Whereas you can see 200-pound gains in the squat.
In the squat and the bench.
Yes.
Wow, he came up so fast with that. 55 kilos, 804.
804.7 pounds.
Now, Dmitry did 355 kilos for his opening attempt. Now he's going to 365. So he took a 10-kilo jump.
Bars loaded. Come on, let me hear you rush back there.
Dmitry is from Russia. 804.
You want to go down there and rule that out first down there? Okay. So, if there's any problem, he's the guy to talk to today, all right?
Dmitry had a good squat, looked real fast on his opener. Oh, that looks strong too. Head referee gives him that 3 white lights. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, and in some lifts, it's just your confidence in yourself, and that's where different lifters. You're probably most confident, like you were saying, I think, in bench.
Right, I am, but also I'm not. Some people are almost like berserkers, where they get on the platform in front of an audience and they can do things they can't do in the gym.
Yes.
Tim, my trainer, was that way.
I think that this being in front of the audience is that adrenaline rush.
Just musicians, the same thing. If you hear them play live and they play much better than they do in the studio. But for some people, they sound exactly the same.
It would be interesting to see what could I do to just automatically increase my adrenaline level.
Right.
Maybe if you were to expose you to a rattlesnake strike. Dmitry Inzarkin from Russia, 372 kilos, 821 pounds here. And the judges say Dmitry Inzarkin from Russia.
And he qualified at 280. So he's...
Oh, he did? 280? So he's only 10 kilos off. And he might make that on his second attempt, assuming he makes this. 10-kilo jump is...
So it's the idea. He's going to do one he probably knows he can do, and then he'll do one that he's done, and then he's going to do one he hasn't done yet.
Hasn't done yet, yeah. You always hope to better.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of lifters work off of percentages. What's your best bench? Okay, my training will go up to 95% of that.
And there's all different philosophies on
training efforts
as you get close to the end.
How
much you want to do and how much time you want to take off before a competition. I think
that's another training cycle thing. You'll see some lifters will take off 10 days.
Good lift.
Mike, I can't think of his name. And that is a good lift.
Now we're popped over 600.
Yep. We just went right by it. Remember, I said 272 and a half is 601, and we just didn't even bother considering that one. Just went straight to 617. 617 by Dmitry Inzarkin from Russia. Now,
how much did he jump?
He's done 270. He's gone to 280. 10-kilo jump.
And Dmitry, 280 is what he qualified at. So so he has done this in the past.
Yeah. And that we've got the statistics, and so do the other lifters nowadays, so they can look up what their competitors have done in competitions and have an idea as to where you should go.
Right.
And what's my capabilities in comparison to. So,
you concentrate your training,
you can adjust in your training and know what you're training, how you are on target. So you can look up every one of your competitors, what they've done for the last 5 years. Wow. That looked pretty easy.
But he did readjust on his way down, landed a little bit better and so forth.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
especially at this level, because you're
And
every
most
little
of the
bit.
lifters follow a kind of a routine. So they set up in the same methodology because they're trying to build this muscle memory, and everything has to be tight. You can't be loose anywhere on the bench.
Okay, this,
All right.
this gentleman's 7.5 kilos over his qualifier.
All right. And he's taking a, okay, it's also a 7.5 kilo jump.
Right, because his qualifier was the 280.
And so now he's taking that 7.5 kilo jump.
And how did he do on his?
His squat was 372.
And he went up on that too. 365 was his qualifier.
Oh, he went way up then, didn't he?
Yep.
You said 355?
No, 365.
65. Oh, so he gained 7.5 there.
He's trying to gain 7.5
and he gained
here.
7.5 here.
Because
so that puts him 15 kilos up over his.
And that would put him in first place based on qualifiers.
Based on qualifiers, yeah. That's a good point, Steve. Good. Yeah, so he's actually gained. But like they say, the meat doesn't start till the weight hits the floor.
That was good.
That was a good-looking bench. And the lift.
There's still 7 guys to go.
Yeah, I know. We got a long ways to go before we get to the end of this first attempt.
This opening attempt, 706 pounds.
Yeah.
Might run out of weights again.
We're going to need more red plates here pretty quick. You know, you will see that. They will bring up another red plate when we get into the supers.
Yeah, because there's going to be some lifts over 1,000.
I love the smell of chalk in the air in the morning. It smells like power. The bar is loaded. Here he comes.
Okay, Dmytry Inzarkin from Russia, 705.5.
Join the 700 club.
Now, do you notice this? He is wearing knee wraps in the deadlift. Now, that's kind of unusual.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, you know, it does give you support, but you got to be careful that you don't hook the knee wrap.
Right.
Wow, was that fast?
Yep.
That was incredibly fast. That was a good lift. Makes this will give him a 990 total. Right now he's sitting there at 980 in second place by 2.5 kilos.
Thank you.
Dmytry Inzarkin from Russia, 330, 727. Remember this one, he was incredibly fast. Knee wraps, remember we were talking about that?
Yep. Keep my eyes on the guy that was missing his socks.
Yes.
He's got more in him.
He's got more in him, is right. Dmytry Inzarkin. Now, Dmytry's already sitting there with a world record total at 990. This will give him 1,000.
Yes.
1,000 kilo total.
Going to go into another decade.
1,000 kilo total, everybody, is how much?
Too
Times
much.
2.2, 2,200 pounds.
Over a ton.
Over a ton.
But we've had 7 people live over a ton.
That's true. That's true.
A world record attempt. Here we go. This is why we're here. Come on. He wants to be the best in the world.
World record total, 1,000.
The audience is getting behind him.
Yep.
And the bar is bending, and I think he got it.
He's got that lift, I think. Referee gets 3 white lines.